Tell us about risk assessment and determining how much risk a system is taking on.
Right, so risk assessment is sort of a formal process that you go through to come to understand what risks you're taking. And I think most people today kind of guess, oh, I don't think we're taking that much risk. And when people guess, they're almost always wrong. And we've actually done this experiment where we said, okay, guess how much risk the system is taking. We'd ask a manager, and then we do a risk assessment. And it's always like 3 times the amount of risk that they thought they were taking. Because when you really look at it in detail, you realize that the ways of bringing down a system are much more varied than people understand. And so we get managers to start out with what is it they're worried about, and then the engineers come in and say all the possible ways that that can happen. And we love to bring in like very out-of-the-box thinkers for that, because these are people that kind of come at the problem sideways in ways that people didn't think about before, and they tend to be very smart attacks that aren't that expensive that can have really serious damage. And so when you take all of those smart people together thinking about this, they develop a risk assessment that says, here's the likelihood that these things can happen. And if they happen, here's how damaging this will be to your operation. And then we bring people like red teams in who actually do the attacks, right? Not to actually do the damage, but to show that they can happen. And then the managers can be convinced that not only is it theoretically this bad, here's exactly how it happens and how it can happen to you.